Okay guys, I'm back out here this morning gonna do another accuracy test with another powder. It's the same old 54 caliber Renegade that you guys that follow my channel, seen me shoot this yesterday. I'll be going right back to this load right here, as obviously it works well. 530 ball with and that's a home cast ball from an old RCBS mold of mine. And the patches are my own home cut 20,000th pocket drill. Again, obviously that load works. This one up here was the other one I put on video that didn't work. So we'll go back to this one. The only difference is going to be, instead of my old trusty Swiss powder on the left right there, I'm going to be using 80 grains of Schuetzen and seeing if I can equal that or get somewhere in that, see what kind of accuracy I can get out of the Schuetzen powder. Anyway, since GoX is done, closed their doors, shut their company down, Schuetzen's it now. So, be back. Okay, something I want to add here, touch on really quick is, you guys that follow me and follow my channel and whatnot know that, with these old muzzleloaders, everything that I do is that interests me is accuracy. How accurate can I get that rifle? So I take out as many variables as I possibly can. This is one of them variables. Field measure, volume measure. I don't use these things. I use them 1 or 2 times, to get a understanding of what is 80 volume to weight in grains. And then once I figure that out, I go to a grain scale and I weigh in grains. I want my charges all to be identical, and these things can vary quite a lot. It depends on your technique. If you peck, or you just pour it in and cut it off, they can vary. It's a grain or more. I've played around with them and seen quite a lot of variance, and I don't like that at all. So I take this out of the equation. Some think that takes a lot of extra time to weigh my charges. It don't. I do it the night before, and I don't have to fiddle around with this rinky-dink thing out here in the field. My charges are already done, and they're far more accurate than I could have ever poured them through this thing. It kind of goes back to my roots with centerfire rifle. I wouldn't expect a gun to shoot with a grain more powder in it than I would. It's the same way with these things. I want everything to be identical. Anyway guys, let's see what this Schuetzen will do. Okay guys, I just did a real quick chronograph velocity test here between 80 grains of Swiss 2F and 80 grains of Schuetzen 2F. This right here is the Schuetzen 2F, 1,353 feet a second. And the Swiss was 1,624 feet a second. There's a substantial velocity difference. Anyway, we'll accuracy test it now. Okay guys, here goes. Here's going to go shot number 2 with the Schuetzen powder. You can see shot number 1 I have up there. It's about setting dead 12 o'clock. Again, this is 80 grains by weight of Schuetzen 2F. And here goes shot number 3. Go have a look at it. Okay guys, that's the 3 shots. Accuracy is good, nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's got me baffled is that velocity difference between the 80 grains of Swiss 2F and 80 grains of Schuetzen 2F. I wouldn't have thought there to be that much difference. I'm probably going to go back and put a few more of the chronograph just to make sure I'm right there. You know, I can tell though when I shoot this stuff that it's softer. It's not as, it don't kick as hard. It's just not as energetic a powder. But anyway, to you guys that, you know, you GoX shooters that, you know, now that GoX is gone, closed down, this Schuetzen stuff's going to probably get pretty popular. You know, cost-wise, I think I paid like, it was around $20 or something like that for a pound of this stuff, like 16, 18. I can't remember for sure. It's been a while. Anyway, guys, might be back here with and show you the, if I shoot a few more of the chronograph. If not, I'll see you with something else here before long. Okay, guys, that's it. That confirms it. That first shot with the Schuetzen 80 grains was 1353, and this one's 1341. That's the same thing. There's no reason to waste any more here doing this. That's what you get with velocity for 80 grains of Schuetzen, which is pretty shocking when you compare that to that 80 grains of Swiss. Swiss is almost 300 feet a second for the same 80 grain charge. Almost 300 feet a second faster. That caught me off guard. But again, like I said, I can feel it. You know, this stuff doesn't kick as hard. It's just not as energetic. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll see you with something else here soon. Okay, guys, this is something else I want to touch on real quick here. You guys see me, I shoot over these, you know, my hood a lot. And I always throw a couple of towels over the hood. Look at what this Schuetzen, you know, look at this little burn marks. There's a whole trail of them from the muzzle out here. I've spoke of this many times with GoX powder, you know, especially shooting over the snow. It looks like you sprinkled pepper out across it. Now with my Swiss powder, I never ever see this. In fact, I've never seen a burnt spot, a little speck like this ever with it. Swiss is just a much more efficient burning powder. Anyway, guys, that's it. Okay, guys, I know I keep saying I'm done here, but I got thinking about it, and it just wouldn't seem complete if I didn't do a velocity test with regular GoX 2F to compare with you know, the Swiss and the Schuetzen. I'm not really interested in GoX as, you know, since they're no longer even available. You know, they're done. So, but I would like to know what the velocity is here. I'll be right back with that. Okay, guys, there it is. I put two of them over it. I got 1461 and 1466 for GoX 2F, 80 grains by weight. All three charges shot over here was exactly 80 grains by weight, weighed out to within 1/10 of a grain. Very precise. So that's what we got. It'd be 1624 for the Swiss, 1461 for the GoX, and 1353 for Schuetzen. That's it. We'll see you with something else for long.